Collectors. Today we'll be talking about DC Multiverse Batman and Spawn, based on the comics by Todd McFarlane. So you'll have Batman and Spawn on this side. So here we have Batman and Spawn. On the back we see Batman and Spawn. Notice pattern yet? So on the side here, Batman and Spawn, based on the comics by Todd McFarlane. So if you need the UPC code, here it is. So let's get it on the scale and see how much they weigh. Okay, the figures are coming in at 1 pound, 15.8. So 2 pounds basically. So let's get them off the scale and out of the box.
Hey, open, damn it, open!
So basically what you do is you cut the 3 pieces of tape at the top. So on the back you got this tab, you pull that off, pull this up and pull this out. So there we have Spawn and Batman. So on this side here we have the Spawn and Batman. And inside we have this very nice artwork. So we have some skulls. And on this side, the Batman and Spawn. Very cool. So let's put this aside over here. And then we'll take a look at this part. So here we have the cards and the stands. And this nice split Spawn and DC related images. So we basically have to cut these out, ruin this background. Once again, these are the bad things about these figures. They come with this lovely background that we have to basically ruin, right? So we have both of the cards. And here is the Spawn card, front and the back. Here is the Batman card, the front and the back. So we see that Spawn and Batman are in here by some clips. Batman, and that should free up Spawn. So there is Spawn. So let me see if Batman can then also be pulled on out. Right. Now Spawn's weapon here can be just simply pulled out. And we have this big old batarang and 2 hands for Batman. You'll see they are there. Simple tape will pull those out. Get that in there and Yankee Yankee. There we go. All right. Now that we have devastated the box, pulled everything out, we can see Batman here is in a nice black and dark gray outfit. Definitely not the same gray that he is on the packaging. Definitely doesn't have the face down that he did on the packaging. Now what's nice is they do have the DC stand here. The McFarlane stands for the figures. They are all the same lines. So we'll just take these, insert them in, and get them standing up. I'm definitely loving the Spawn one. Now, we see Spawn's big ol' axe here, and we see it does have this nice hilt with the Spawn logo. Very nice there. And it will fit in his hand. Either this one or that one. Whichever one you want. Now the background, we can see we have this nice stand here. And you can use either the Batman or the skull for your motif. Just fits nicely in the background. Now Spawn itself has this thick red cape here. He's got these chains here attached to the belt diaper. His hood that we always see flapping around. Very nicely done here. Nicely thick, looks just like the comic or the cartoon, whichever one you want to draw your inspiration from. Now, Spawn's head can look up really good, down really good, right and left, no problemos. Now, his cape does prevent him from doing any kind of T-pose, but his arms can raise up. They do have a bicep swivel, double bend in the elbow, a wrist on a ball-jointed peg hinge. They can spin around. Now, his waist here, upper torso, can do a spin as well as a little bit of an ab crunch. His waist can spin. He can do a very good split, forward and back, double bend in the knee, ankles on a ball jointed peg hinge with a toe bend on each one, and of course a peg hole on the feet. Now the feet do have toes. If you look here, they don't have a boot. There are toes. Very interesting. I always thought he had boots on. So we just take this and, like I said before, just insert it into his hand. And then you got that nice looking sword. Cleaver, man. That is a huge, big old thing. Definitely nice. Now, Batman comes with this huge batarang. Where the heck does he hide this? I'm sorry, but that is huge. But his hands can hold it. So you can just insert it into there. And he can hold it without a problem. Now he does come with another right hand. And you'll notice they are different. This one has padding on the hand. And none of these do. And this one has padding on the hand, which none of those do. So it depends on which hand you want to use. For me, I'm going to use this hand because I like the fact that this does have a little bit of a space. You can take this and slide it in there and it fits in nicely. Does look nice, right? Now Batman's arms do come out to more of a T-pose than Spawn can. His head does look up a little bit, down, right, and left with much effort. He has a bicep swivel, double bend in the elbow, wrist on a double peg hinge. Now he can do an ab crunch pretty good. Forward and back, look at that bend, that's great. Now forward, not as much. Now he can spin on the top part and the bottom part, the upper torso, or mid torso and the waist. And spin, does a very good split, forward and back, double bend in the knee, boot our ankle as a double ball jointed peg hinge, And we have a toe bend, and of course a hole for the stand. So depending on which figure stands you want to put this in, excuse me, figures that you want to put it in, either Spawn or Batman, they will both fit. So it's nice to keep them as a set, or you can separate them up and split them as you desire. So remember, as always, to like, subscribe, and keep